keeping up with everything the government does, how it operates, it can feel, well, overwhelming, right? Especially how they buy all the services they need.
Oh, absolutely. It's a huge, complex landscape.
But today, we're aiming to cut through some of that fog. We want to give you a really clear picture of a key piece of this puzzle, the OASIS Plus program.
That's right. And OASIS Plus isn't, just another contract list. It's a really thought-out system. It organizes government needs into these things called domains.
Domains, okay.
Yeah, think of it like a structured marketplace. Makes it simpler for agencies to find what they need and for businesses to offer their specific skills.
So our mission for you today really is to give you a shortcut. This deep dive will get you up to speed on what these domains are, why they're important, and maybe most interestingly, what new areas they're looking at for Phase 2.
Exactly. We're going to unpack these potential new domains, show you the kinds of services they cover, and how they sort of reflect what agencies really need today.
So you can get the big picture, but also some of those fascinating details.
So at its heart, OASIS Plus uses what's called category management. It groups contracts into these domains-related services, basically. And each domain covers multiple industry codes, the NAICS codes.
Right, the NAICS codes, and those have size standards tied to them.
Each NAICS code has a size standard, usually revenue or number of employees, that decides if a company is large or small for that specific type of work.
Okay.
So an agency needs something. First, they pick the best domain, then they pick the specific NAICS code for their project. That tells them if they need a large or small business.
That makes sense. It channels the requirement. But what I find really interesting is this idea that qualifying for a domain means you qualify for all the codes inside it. How does the large-small thing work then?
Yeah, that's a great point, and it shows the flexibility. A single company can actually be considered small for one project under a specific NAICS code, and large for another project under a different NAICS code, even if both projects fall within the exact same domain.
Wow, okay, so it's really project-specific.
Totally project-specific. It's tailored to the job at hand, trying to get the best fit, whether that's a niche small business or a large enterprise.
Got it. So Phase 1, that's already up and running, right? It has 8 domains.
Yep. Management and advisory, technical and engineering, intel services, R&D, logistics, facilities, environmental, and enterprise solutions, which is just for large businesses.
Okay. But today we're looking forward. We're focusing on Phase 2, which is exploring 5 additional potential domains. These are the new frontiers for OASIS, plus really showing how government needs are evolving.
Exactly. So with that sort of groundwork laid, let's dive into these 5 potential new areas they're researching for Phase 2.
All right. First one on the list is business administration. Now, my first reaction is, admin support, office tasks, but I suspect it's more than that.
You're right. It's much broader than just like basic office support. This domain covers a whole range of administrative and business management services. It's about keeping the wheels turning efficiently across agencies.
So what kind of things fall under that?
Well, think language services, so translation and interpretation, document management, including secure disposal, general admin support, sure, but also things like data services, survey support, data collection.
Okay, so definitely beyond just filing. Things like multilingual translation and interpretation services, document management and secure disposition, even survey facilitation. What's the key takeaway here?
I think the key thing is that this domain shows how crucial that foundational operational efficiency is. It's like the backbone, It enables everything else. Without strong admin and business support, whether that's legal help, data handling, whatever, even the biggest programs would falter.
And the NAICS codes reflect that breadth.
Absolutely. You see codes like offices of lawyers with a $15.5 million size standard, translation services at $22.5 million, office administrative services at $12.5 million. It shows the huge variety of businesses involved, from specialized firms to maybe larger support providers.
Right. Makes sense. Okay, next up. Human capital. This sounds pretty self-explanatory, people. Workforce stuff.
Exactly. It's all about the government workforce. Training, development, strategy, performance improvement. It's focused on supporting human capital goals from, recruitment right through to development.
So hiring, talent acquisition, background checks, career development, all that.
All of that. And some of the sub-areas are quite interesting, like comprehensive background and suitability investigations, obviously critical, but also executive leadership programs, and even employee misconduct remediation.
Remediation. Okay, that points to maintaining standards. What does the inclusion of these services tell us, maybe about government trends?
Well, one thing that stands out is the link to NAICS codes like colleges, universities, and professional schools, $34.05 standard, and professional and management development training, $15. It suggests the government isn't just hiring, it's actively strategically investing in developing its people.
So outsourcing specialized training, leadership development.
Exactly. It hints that maybe there are complex skill needs or gaps that they're looking to external experts, including educational institutions, to help fill. It's a shift towards continuous development.
That's a really insightful point. Okay, shifting gears from people to, well, money. The financial services domain.
Yep, the financial engine room. This domain is all about supporting financial objectives. So accounting, budgeting, financial advice, loan servicing, managing assets, the whole financial life cycle, really.
And the examples show just how broad it is. You've got basic audit services, but also things like financial fraud detection and prevention, loan portfolio management, grant management. That's a massive scope.
It really is. It underlines just how complex the government's financial operations are. Think about the NAICS codes here. Offices of CPAs, $26.05, payroll services, $39, even investment banking and securities intermediation, $47 bank.
Investment banking, wow.
Yeah. It shows the government needs incredibly sophisticated financial expertise, sometimes rivaling the private sector. It's managing huge sums, complex programs, grants, loans. It requires high-level financial strategy and support.
It really paints a picture of the government as a major financial entity itself. Okay, let's move to something a bit different, maybe more outward-facing, marketing and public relations.
Right. This one covers the whole communication spectrum, advertising, marketing strategy, content production, media services. It's how the government talks to, well, everyone.
And it's not just like traditional ads, is it?
No, not at all. The sub-areas really show that. Advertising campaign strategy, sure, but also interactive digital marketing, social media strategy, things like that. It's very modern.
What surprised me were things like speech writing and presentation support and even exhibit design, production, and installation. That goes way beyond just messaging.
It does. It shows that government communication is now about comprehensive engagement. It's strategy, digital, social media, events, presentations, the whole package. Think about trade shows. Convention and trade show organizers is a NAICS code here, $22. Or video, motion picture and video production, $40.
So it reflects a need for really sophisticated multi-channel communication.
Absolutely. It's about engaging different audiences effectively, managing complex information, using all the tools available. It requires specialized creative and strategic firms. You see advertising agencies, $25.05, and public relations agencies, $19 too.
Okay, fascinating. Finally, the fifth potential domain, social services. This one feels very direct, very community-focused.
It absolutely is. This domain is about government services provided directly for the benefit of society, of communities.
And the examples here really hit home, don't they? We're talking about things that impact people's lives every day.
Definitely. Things like addiction treatment and recovery support, behavioral health services, child, youth, and family support, emergency social services, community advocacy, even settlement and resettlement services.
It's a huge range of support. What's the bigger picture implication of including these in OASIS plus May?
Well, it highlights the government's fundamental role in community welfare.
Yeah.
And importantly, it shows how that role is often fulfilled. Look at the NAICS codes. Child and Youth Services, 24 Ms. Services for the elderly and persons with disabilities, $15 Ms. Emergency and other relief services, $41.05
Okay, those make sense.
But you also see religious organizations listed with an $18 BEM size standard.
Interesting.
It underscores how much the government partners with and relies on non-governmental organizations, community groups, faith-based groups to actually deliver these vital social safety net services. It's a massive public-private or perhaps a public nonprofit collaboration.
That's a critical point. So bringing this all together, why should you, our listener, care about these domains, this potential expansion?
Well, if you're interested in how government actually works, how it delivers this incredible range of services, this is key.
Right. Whether you're a business looking for opportunities, maybe a policy wonk, or just, curious about how public money gets spent and services get delivered.
Exactly. This deep dive shows that intricate network, that partnership between public needs and private or nonprofit capabilities that really keeps things running.
So we've taken a pretty quick tour, but hopefully a thorough one. We went from the overall OASIS Plus idea, the domains, down into these 5 potential new areas: business administration, human capital, financial services, marketing and public relations, and social services. You should now have a much clearer picture of what they involve.
Hopefully, yeah. A good grasp of some complex stuff broken down.
And just to leave you with something to think about, consider what this expansion might mean. Adding domains focused on everything from marketing to social services, does this just reflect administrative changes?
Or does it signal deeper shifts, evolving government priorities, maybe new societal challenges that need addressing? What does this potential future direction tell you about where government services might be heading, and how could that maybe impact your own life or your community?